During my internship and my semester abroad, I experienced several cultural differences in the places of Bangkok, Singapore, and Japan. So in these countries, I spent major time. I did my internship in Singapore and Bangkok in sales, and I spent my semester abroad in Japan. Here, I discovered several cultural differences in the communication with work people, but also with at private meetings or when you go to lunch with someone. For instance, when I went working in Singapore and in Thailand, it was very hard to get a no. This was the same in situations in class in Japan. So there I asked someone, by example, hey, do you want to go to lunch with me later? And then he said, oh, maybe I have to check my calendar again. And they often try to not say no because it's not polite and it makes the other one feel offended. So they try to say very indirectly with using phrases like maybe I have to check my calendar again, or maybe let me tell you later. I want to, but I have to tell you later, and something like this. We made it. Once we had a situation in our work at uni in a business stimulation where we had to have a group work with a Dutch student, a Korean student, and a Japanese student. Here I experienced a big difference between Japanese students and the Korean students. So here the Japanese student, she had to do a task and we split the tasks and then everybody worked on the task and then we met again in the next meeting. But the issue was the Japanese student didn't understand what was her task. So she translated all the tasks and all the documents with AI, but did a minor mistake. The AI did a minor mistake, so she didn't understand it. And she was super stressed, but she didn't tell us. Like I asked her several times, do you understand it? Do you have problems? And she never told me her opinion straight up, because this is a way in Japan that people are not direct and they don't answer you directly, which is different in Germany. This was an experience that not only happened in university in Japan for me, it also happened in my internship. So there I had it with several colleagues that they really avoided the confrontation. So they were also Japanese, where confrontation is extremely avoided and you have to interpret more and you are not sure what the other person is feeling as well. So that's an issue because I'm used to expressing my feelings quite directly, and I am also rather confrontational, I would say. Maybe I'm not the typical German here who does it very extreme, but I still do it quite extreme, in showing my direct opinion. So here this was thoughtful because it taught me that sometimes you have to listen more and try to interpret gestures, but also sentences and how the person communicates with you. In the following, you will see a short interview with my work colleague, Oregon Ekmani, which I worked with in my time in Bangkok and in Singapore. Here I worked at a pet company in sales, and she was also in sales and did a little bit of recruiting, but also relationship management. And here I had several experiences, so I interview her how I was regarding differences in her workplace to the typical way to do things in Thailand. Hi, Oregon. Thank you for joining me. How are you doing?
Hi, Colin. I'm good. What about you?
I'm fine too. Thank you. Could you quickly introduce yourself and what role did you have in the company?
Of course. สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Oregon Egmani and I'm a sales and HR in Thailand. Yes, like I work with many people, many different background cultures. Yes, like that.
Very cool. I wanted to ask you more about the cultural differences that you experience between the way I work and the way what is typical in Thailand. So, I mean, nothing personal, but what appeared to you to stand out?
Yes, I think we have so many different because you have like a Western culture and I have an Asian culture. So the first thing would be like you say so many very direct, and that is very like completely different from Asian people. Oh, because like
Okay.
because we say something like in direct. We don't say too straight to the people. Yeah, I would say like
Okay.
that. Yes.
So Thai people tend to avoid confrontation and rather say something indirect with using phrases. I hear that a lot with maybe we can do that or something to push the meeting away or something. And
Yes.
right, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you feel like I was regarding scheduling, like scheduling meetings? Was it
Ah,
normal? Was it unusual or yeah?
I would say unusual
Hmm. Why?
because like because Thai people always come to like to join the meeting 10 or 15 minutes earlier, but for you
Mhm.
it's 5 minutes. And then you just like jump up in the meeting and like, hi, I'm Colin, and start working, start meeting right now, like that. But for Thai people, we have to like greeting each other, talk a bit our personal thing, our private thing, and then let's work. Yes.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. And how did you experience my feedback giving, like my feedback style? How did I communicate? You said already that I was quite direct, and also I mean more to decision making. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, not only dialect, but also you want to get the answer like right now. You
Hmm.
sometimes like I know that you didn't mean to pressure someone, but for Asian people, you already pressure them. Like because we don't pressure each other that much. We'll give some time to that person to think, to do something, but you want to get the answer, want to make sure everything quickly. So that is
Okay,
very, yes.
okay. Thank you very much, Oregon, for your interesting points, and thank you for your time as well. And hope to
Yeah.
speak to you soon.
Yes, nice
Bye
to see you.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.
As Oregon pointed out, but also as Aaron Mayer pointed out in the culture map between Germany and Thailand, there you can see how we give feedback very differently. Thai people are very indirect. They give it not very direct and they are on the far indirect side. And the German people are on the far direct side. So here, this really matched the typical description offered by Aaron Mayer, really matched the experience I had in work with Oregon. So she told me my direct comments felt unusual. They were too direct, too strong, and also the hints. I didn't left any hints for interpretation, so I made it perfectly clear. But I was bad at interpreting her when she gave me her opinion. So, by example, when she told me something, I always had to interpret a certain thing. So, is she really going to do that task? Does she not want to do that? And should I do it? Do we go to lunch or not? So, I always had to interpret a little bit. Reflecting on my total experience from working in Japan, working in Singapore, in Thailand, in UK, in Germany, all around the world, basically remotely. I must say that I gained a lot of experiences, and I must say that the Eremaya concept is a nice concept to have as a guideline for the start. But I think not all people are the same, so you should all judge them individually. So I experienced huge differences between Tokyo people and Osaka people, for instance, or from the Singapore people from at the border or in the city. Huge difference. And also for a vision for my future self. Here I spoke with an SAP colleague of mine, and he told me about a thoughtful experience for him about culture in Saudi Arabia. So there he had a client when he was self-employed for a software package, and he basically gave them his standard discount and said, "Yeah, we can give you a standard discount." And then they like point blank asked him, "Do you think we're poor? Do you think we really need that?" And that was really new to him and really strange. But it was also very insightful that you have to be different in different situations and to different people. So yeah, But this also taught me that it's not only about understanding the culture, but also to adapt. So I think if you are in a new country, you should always try to adapt a little, but also try to really understand the culture and try to understand the deeper meanings to it.